Hello friends, it's Karla here today, and we're looking at the Pink and Main May 2022 Crafty Courtyard kit. This is the Wildflower kit, and it is so full of amazing goodies that you're going to love to create with. So here we have our sequin mix, and I believe all these are exclusive to the kit. There's enamel dots all in the colors that match. We've got some envelope seals that match with the other goodies in the box. Beautiful stencil with the floral image. We have a die set that cuts frames as well as a thinking of you and a frame for that shadow. And we've got this beautiful inked Oasis paper pad, and these are meant to look like alcohol inks. And then we have this gorgeous silhouette wildflower stamp set and a plaid embossing folder. That is very cool. And then you even get this really great little zip up bag that you can keep your projects in and take them with you. We also have some colors of cardstock that are going to match that beautiful paper in the kit, and there's really fun names for each of those that you can see on that little sheet. So here's what we're going to make today, and this is a thinking of you card, and we've got some shadow stamping with the silhouette stamps. We've got our enamel dots, our embossing folder, that really great silhouette stamp set, and then we're going to use the dies that came in the kit. And I love these pink dies that Pink and Main has. So we've got some things ready today. It's an A2 size card, and we've got the blue cardstock from the kit, which is called Barber Shop, and it's such a really beautiful navy blue. And we're going to go ahead and emboss the white cardstock with the plaid folder, embossing folder. And that's a 6x6 size, so you have lots of options for your paper, and you can see what a beautiful job it does embossing, and you really have so many options with adding color, but I felt like we were going to just keep it white just to focus on the really nice inked paper. So I'm using some liquid Nuvo glue and gluing that onto the Barbershop blue cardstock, and then layering that onto the card base. And just that little bit of blue peeking out just gives us a really nice little edge. So here's that paper again. There's really so many options with this, and I love alcohol inking, but I don't always have the time to do it, or maybe not the right colors available, and I love that this paper pad gives me all those options. I cut a piece of that paper so that we could put that on the front of our card, and this is what I'm going to be stamping on and adding the floral images. So I'm going to do a silhouette stamping technique, shadow stamping. I've got some Distress Oxide pads, and they are really nice for stamping. I did speed up the stamping a little bit, and I actually put about 3 layers of the main color on each time. I've got my Nuvo cleaning cloth, and I'm wiping the stamp with water in between, and then I'm actually removing the stamp, the same stamp, and I'm just slightly shifting it to the right. And then I'm going to pick that up again with my stamp press, and I'm going to come in with the speckled egg, and the speckled egg is going to be the shadow color for each of my colors. So the green was Rustic Wilderness, and you'll see when I pull that up, and I do the shadow stamping twice just to make sure I get a really good stamped image, but I only showed it once. And here I'm moving on to the flower in the middle. It's got 3 flowers on it, and I'm using the prize ribbon stamp or ink on my stamp. and the color really goes so lovely with that barbershop. Now I do believe that Pink & Main has their own inks. I just didn't have any with me, so I think if you have their inks and you can match them up, then certainly do that and you'll get a really great match. And again, I'm just adding the speckled egg, and it just softens that look and gives it a shadow. Here I'm adding some butterflies, and I'm coming in with some broken china or peacock feathers. And they're both a great blue and would match. I'm not exactly sure what I used. And then adding that shadow again. Next, I want to add a little bit of an edge. So I cut the frame out, and this frame die is really cool. It cuts 2 frames at once, and I'm using the outside frame, and I'm just cutting where I want it to be a little bit of a border on this stamped background. Now I can glue down my stamped base. And then I can add a little bit of glue to that frame that's cut into a border. Now we're going to move on to the sentiment and the die that was included in the kit. It's a really beautiful scripty thinking of you die, and I love that it cuts it out in one piece. You don't have to find the little pieces for the eyes or match it up together. I cut 2 layers of the white cardstock and glued those together, and then I'm going to glue the white down to the shadow layer that was die cut out of some Lakeside cardstock from the kit. And now I'm gluing on the thinking of you on the top that was cut out from the Inked Oasis paper pad. And this is actually cut from the same 6x6 piece of paper that I cut the background that we stamped on, just a different area. I'm going to add some foam dots with the Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L and just give that a little bit of dimension to pop that up. And I'll just place that onto the background and add some of those beautiful enamel dots that are in exactly the same colors as the cardstock, so they match perfectly. That finishes off our Thinking of You card that I think would be great for so many different occasions.